Rex the dog laundry vlog. Dude, I got my, is this true? Got my bad boy hat here. I don't know, let's see. Alright, so, back at the laundry vlogging, my name is Rex the dog. I do a lot of things here on the internet. I do streams, nearly every day. And I, here on YouTube and twitch.tv/RexRebelheart. And I also post a bunch of YouTube videos and stuff like that. And, you know, I'm quite happy with how things are going at the moment. Dude, this is actually relevant. It's actually relevant. It's got some chocobos on it. It's got chocobos on it. At the end of this month, real soon, I'm going to be going to the Final Fantasy VII Rebirth Orchestra concert. I am so hyped. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth was my favorite game of last year. I absolutely loved it. I mean, we've got a Crisis Core poster up there. We love Final Fantasy VII in this house. So, hyped to be going to that. That just kind of popped in my mind as I chucked the old Chocobo t-shirt on there. But this is Rex the Dog Laundry Vlog, so what we do here is we just have a little ramble, as Rex is known to do, as we put out the laundry, man. As we put out the laundry. And, dude, I usually put the laundry out here, like I put it here, and then after the video, I put it out onto the balcony, and it can bask in the sun, it can bask in, you know, everything there, and it can get dry incredibly quickly, right? It's not like when I lived in like the UK or when I lived in Korea or when I lived in Germany. These sorts of countries are, you know, things are pretty cold. You know, you'd have situations in winter where, or even the spring or the summer, man, where you would take like a whole week to dry your clothes, and you'd be, you know, playing Tetris as you're moving it around on radiators to dry it out that way. And oh man, and something I've really loved about Spain is just like put out my laundry, and then like half a day later it's like it's all dry. But dude, with it just being so wet and cloudy and stuff at the moment, I don't have that benefit. But that was me just complaining about a very small little problem. But yeah, the laundry's staying in here today. It's not getting put out on the balcony because, dude, we've been in weeks and weeks and weeks. And dude, my friend who's like some sort of geologist, or, you know, whatever. Anyway, he studied a lot of geography, so he does know, even though it's not directly, you know, his job and his work to be talking about meteorology, he does know a thing or two about a thing or two. He was telling me, you know, I can't remember all the science off the top of my head, but the reasoning for if you get like, you know, things are more intense now, intense in this type of weather, you get, let's move the bloody chair at the way. Get out of here! You end up with really intense summers. Like last year here in Spain, we had quite a mild, you know, winter going into spring. It wasn't crazy, and then as a consequence of that, the summer was really comfortable. The year before that, spring was a little bit more intense like this, and going into the summer was crazy. In cities like Sevilla, it was 50 degrees Celsius. Now, let me get my conversion factor here for our North American friends, or are you guys foes? Degrees Celsius in Fahrenheit. So that's 122 in Fahrenheit. We had cities at 122 degrees. And dude, I think with just how, you know, his explanation, what he was talking about, and how the weather's been here, I think we're gonna have like 122 degree freaking summer here again in some of the cities, which is, it's kind of wild. Anyway, in these vlogs, I like to talk about what I've been up to, and dude, things are feeling good. I'm in a nice little flow right now. I think I've got a nice balance of work, of play, of spending time for, you know, relationships, for socializing. It feels like I'm in a nice flow right now. Let's clip the hat on here. Dry this hat, dry the hat. I'm a hat guy. I like wearing hats. Anyway, so yeah, I feel like I'm in a pretty good flow right now, which is nice, where we want to be. I think I got a nice balance of taking care of myself. I've been going, you know, I don't like this whole thing of like, I'm going hard at the gym, right? I'm going hard with my exercise, because, you know, that sort of thing, it's not sustainable to like go hard, you know, consistently and permanently all the time, but I think I've got a good level of I'm definitely working myself in my exercising, which is great. I've got an idea that after the I can't point. I still can't point. After we hit the stretch goal and we got the money ready for the Nintendo Switch 2, which I've been saving up money for and people have been kindly donating for. I think one of the next things we might I might target there, I might put down there is getting like a bench. I think it would be pretty cool if I had a bench at home, like an adjustable bench, you know, so I could do some like workout streams, you know, so I could be doing, you know, like leg raises, chest press, you know, rows, you know, like loads of different stuff with like a bench, even just seated bicep curls or whatever, or something like that. So I think that'd be a cool thing in the future, and again, kind of like combine stuff together. I like combining stuff and sharing stuff in my life, you know, like doing the laundry, doing chores in my life. I like to combine that and do with you guys and talk about what I'm feeling, what's going through my head right now, you know, the playing video games, you know, creating into like a social, you know, activity where I get to hang out with people and we get to stream and we get to talk live. Same thing with practicing the drawing, same thing with opening the Pokemon TCG pocket packs or whatever, you know. So that would be a cool thing to do in the future, but I need to get myself a bench. I do already have a punching bag though, so we could do something like that. We could do something like that in the present. But no, dude, it feels like I feel like I've got my exercising's going well. I've brought the variety back. I'm doing a lot more bouldering, a lot more rock climbing. I'm not really skateboarding because it's so wet outside. I might go down the indoor skate park. I don't know, but there hasn't been a lot of skateboarding going on. But there's definitely been a lot of strength training, you know, calisthenics, you know, hitting the bag, you know, and rock climbing, bouldering, which is great because a lot of those sports I really did neglect when, those of you who were here like a few months ago, when I was just really hyper-focused on my marathon. It was all just about the marathon and not doing other sports to avoid injuries, wherever be it. And it's just been really cool to be back into that stuff and actually been really intentional about kind of, you know, exerting myself to level up. That's been great. I've been really, my diet has been pretty on point. On top of that, just like I started this habit, I've talked about it a couple of times, at the end of each week, I literally just plan my meals for the entire next week, make the shopping list, you know, adjust, get the things I don't have in the house, yada yada. That's been going sick. And I make a lot more food. I got 2 more servings of it. I can freeze it, put that on for next week, and blah, 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 blah. We're all under control. So the food stuff's been going really, really well. I'm proud of that. I came up with a great system there that allows me to be more organized, be eating healthier, still have variety. And then, of course, as with everything I do, although I'm somebody that lives by a calendar, it still leaves room for spontaneity. Because if I'm like, oh no, I'm actually not going to eat that thing that day, I'm going to have this instead, or I'm going to go out with these people, just drag it in Google Calendar to the next day, and yada, yada, yada. So a lot of people think about, you know, scheduling and stuff like that can be just like really restrictive, but I find it to be like actually the complete opposite. You know, for example, even having my stream schedule, I'm keeping the stream schedule updated. So even if you watch on YouTube, you can still look at the schedule that's on twitch.tv/RexRebelHeart/schedule. And you can see all the times I plan to stream, and I've been sticking pretty well to the schedule. Like I'm gonna go live in a couple hours now, and yeah, the having that is not restrictive. Like I have to do that then. It's like, oh, I get to do that now because earlier in the day I scheduled all the stuff I had to do and I've done all that stuff, and now bum 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 I'm good to go with this. So I find scheduling, a lot of people see that something that's really restrictive. It's actually something that's really, really freeing because it allows you and it enables you and it obliges you in some ways to do all the important things you need to do. Once they're gone, you have all the time for the fun time you've scheduled, right? So you have like just more time rather than things lingering that are slowly happening or providing guilt because you're doing something when you still got stuff to do and yada yada. It's why when people stop by the streams and go, oh, sorry, I haven't been here for a while because I've been super busy. I'm like, all right, cool. Like, do your busy stuff, you know what I mean? Like, please don't visit my streams, please don't visit my YouTube video when you've got all these like important things to do. Like prioritize that stuff. It's so freaking important that you get that stuff done, you know, first before you recreationally pass your time chatting with me or playing games with me or whatever, you know? So that's been going really, really well. So like the body, you know, whether that's the exercising, whether that's the food, whether it's the organization, the plan that goes around those things, I feel that's been going great. I've been enjoying the variety of video games I've been playing at the moment when I start talking about my leisure time. I've been reading a lot more. I'm reading this book called The Fourth Wing at the moment. It's about these dragon riders. I think it's sick. I'm probably going to end up reading the whole series. Watching a bunch of different animes, movies, you know, hanging out with friends, playing Magic the Gathering, or playing games with them or whatever, or going out running with them. I don't know, there's a nice variety to my life at the moment, and I think all the things I'm doing have sort of a, you know, a purpose on some level, whether they're providing me like an entertainment, whether they are helping my body, whether they're helping me grow in my working life or my personal life or my interrelationship stuff. I don't know, it feels good at the moment. It feels really good at the moment. And it is, you know, as with a lot of things, it comes back down to that work, and I think scheduling is something for me, as somebody who's like hyperactive or something, as something that really helps me out and allows me to live this kind of life that I'm living. Now, speaking of a lot of different things, I'm sort of engaging with books and, you know, and games and comics and mangas and films and TV shows and music and performances. I want to start introducing in stream, because at the moment we do a bunch of things on the stream. We play games, specifically like have a big focus game that we play, and then we do some Pokemon TCG Pocket, and then we do some artwork, which is really cool, and then we play a different game maybe, or we go into this like random PS1 demo disc thing that I've started doing, which I think is really freaking fun. We do Not Gonna Lies and chatting and fursuit together, and something else I want to add into the streams is I want to add into the streams kind of like a review section, and you know, like what I'm watching, what I'm reading, what I'm playing. So I'm going to start doing that real soon. Probably a thing I put at the end of the streams, or maybe they go in the middle of the streams. I don't know, but probably an end thing. I want to start, you know, getting my thoughts out there of all these different things that I'm sort of getting culturally involved in. Just to kind of get my thoughts out there. It allowed me an opportunity to reflect on those things. I also got a little time capsule, my thoughts on those things at that time. And then also I get, you know, if we do it live on stream, if people have opinions about that thing or people have questions about that thing, you can bounce backwards and forwards, because I love that, man. I love, you know, what did you like about that thing? What did you think about that thing? What was your connection with that? Like, I love that stuff. Like, I love when people come on the stream to talk about, you know, One Piece episodes, you know who you are. When people come on to talk about games they've been playing, games they want to play, games they used to be into, you know, like all that sort of stuff. I really dig it. Bands they've been listening to. So I want to kind of get those things out there in streams for those sorts of reasons. I think it would be a pretty fun thing to do. Dude, how long have I been rambling for? Holy moly, it's already nearly 15 minutes. Dude, when I start rambling, time just passes for me. Time just really passes for me. Dude, what did I even title this video? What did I even talk about today? What even would we talk about today? But anyway. Laundry vlog. I think we're going to have another laundry vlog pretty close as well, because I got a pile of laundry to do. But that's got to dry first before we wet more clothes to then be put up to dry. You feel me, right? You get what we're talking about. Yeah, links in the description, man. I never yammer on about this. Links in the description. Yeah, Discord server. Stuff like that. Other things. Check them out. Peace.